I'm joined by South Shore Press Sports Director Tom Barton. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to stay dry here.
That's awesome. Hey, we're literally getting into the swing of things, talking baseball. Spring training's underway. Let's talk Yankees. What are you thinking right now about the season ahead?
Look, they're running it back, and they're not afraid that they're running it back. I mean, literally, 24 of the 26 guys on the projected roster are from last year's team, and they are fine with that. It seems like, a lot of Yankee fans are not, and I know Judge expressed some animosity towards them not making a move, but eventually they did make some moves, except they just brought everybody back, including even Paul Goldschmidt. The thing I think that Yankee fans should be really encouraged about is all their young guys that are right there. Now, I know the conversation between Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, that is going to captivate the headlines. And when will they get a chance? You shouldn't have re-signed Grisham, all of that. Look, they're going to get their chance. There are a million injuries. We understand that. But I think the Yankees pitching is really when you start to look at this and you go, not only is that good for the future, but it's also good for what this year is. I don't know if there's a deeper pitching staff out there when you include the young guys in AAA and Weathers and the guys coming back with Cole and Rodón. I'm not sure there's a deeper pitching staff in all of Major League Baseball.
So that's the Yankees. Now, what about a subway length away, the Mets? How are they looking, Tom?
I don't think as good as Met fans, I guess, anticipate. I can't even say anticipate. I don't know many Met fans that are saying, "Oh wow, it's going to be the greatest season." Look, they made some good moves, right? Freddie Peralta was a good move, but when you get rid of core guys, a guy like Alonso, when you get rid of core guys, a guy like Edwin Diaz, the fan base is not going to jump to your rescue and all of a sudden say, okay, we're ready to go. I think Brett Batty, the young guy, speaking of young players, Brett Batty, he can be a real piece. Carson Benyei, they expect him to be a piece. Nolan McLean, who's actually pitching for the WBC, the World Baseball Classic, he's going to be an exciting piece. So I think baseball fans, Met fans will come around to this. But right now, look, you lost two secure guys. They all have their jerseys, their cards, their posters on the wall. Take them down and replace them with younger guys.
Now, I know international competition in the Olympics just dominated global news. Obviously, United States and Canada, and now baseball, the WBC, they're about to have their big international competition. Can you take us down that baseball rabbit hole and how that's looking?
Yeah, look, the World Baseball Classic, they are trying to push this hard. I'm not somebody that gets overly involved in it. I still believe, in the team dynamic. I remember years ago, Carlos Correa said he would rather win the World Baseball Classic than the World Series, and it was kind of the head slap heard around the world on that one. But Aaron Judge is the captain, and Team USA has come out there and said, look, we want to do what Team USA hockey just did. We want to keep the momentum going. And you start to break down the rosters, and Team USA's roster is just dynamic. Their pitching staff, 1 to 5, is absolutely fantastic. They're hitting with Witt and Schwarber and Harper and Judge. It just comes at you, and it's unrelenting. They are the betting favorites to win it all, but Japan is right behind them, and Japan's coming off a win. Obviously, Yamamoto and Ohtani are in there. You have the Dominican Republic. You have Puerto Rico. There's a slew of teams that are kind of right in that mix, and I do think it's going to be at least exciting. Oh, man, I hope everybody comes out of this healthy.
Yeah, that's what every major league team is thinking right now. All right, that's Tom Barton. Your betting column can be found at southshorepress.com. Always good to see you, buddy.
Have a good one, guys.